This is Jemmy here from Flintstone Media with the 6th episode of the Curve the Cube podcast, a South Florida media, arts, and entertainment podcast, with the idea of inspiring you to basically pursue your passions, live outside the cubicle. And in this episode, we feature Aaron Wormus, better known as aGuyonClematis. He has started a Twitter handle and a blog all about clematis in West Palm Beach, and it talks about all the happenings, the goings on, the bars, the clubs, the cultural events, the charity events, you name it. It's in his blog, and he does some awesome photographs to go with everything, and basically keeps everything everyone completely up to date as to what's going on minute by minute on clematis. It's really awesome, and I recommend everyone going to his handle. Literally, it's just aGuyonClematis on Twitter. He also has aGuyonClematis.com, and he's also on Facebook at aGuyonClematis, so he's really easy to find and follow. So if you want to know what's going on in South Florida, and particularly in the hub of Clematis Street, you need to follow this guy. And this podcast actually has not quite a twofer, but almost a twofer, because as we were wrapping up, we got a surprise podcast crash by Jennifer and Phoebe of Pizza Girls, which is just the best pizza on Clematis Street. So it's really cool. So I met Aaron downtown right after the end of the green market going on, as they're kind of breaking it down. We sat outside in the Florida sunshine by the water on the intercoastal, across from the Sandy Tree, basically Florida's answer to the perfect Christmas lighting. It's made of tons and tons of sand, and just had this great podcast. So once again, Jemmy from Flintstone Media with our 6th episode of the Curve the Cube podcast. Enjoy. Aaron Wormus, aGuyonClematis. Boom! Curve the Cube will now initiate. Hi.
How are you?
Great. Nice to meet you. I'm Jemmy.
I'm Aaron.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
Mom's Pops.
Oh, is it good?
Fantastic.
Oh, thanks a lot for talking to me today.
My pleasure.
Do you want to sit somewhere? It's beautiful out. Oh my gosh. Oh, so this is where you were the other night for the tree lighting, right? How was it? I was upset I couldn't make it, but
It was fun.
I heard it was a lot of fun.
Well done. It's always a challenge because there's 30,000 people down here.
I know.
So keep it interesting and make sure the lights go on.
How were the bands?
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. They had a stage over there, so that really helped to keep all the people who are listening to music over there
In one area.
and the people who are over here just kind of milling around and stuff. So.
That's awesome.
We're gonna
Ooh. Why don't we sit? Let me see. Do you want to catch some shade on one of those umbrellas? Yeah, so I've never actually been to the market before either.
Really?
I know. What's wrong with me?
This is really one of the great things about season in West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
The green market.
I'm already recording, by the way. I just want to make sure you know that.
Okay, that's cool.
I started while I was waiting. I've been to there's one in Del Rey that I've been to, but I've never been to this one. I've heard great things. I just never so they're breaking it down right now, it looks like. They're just finishing. You said it ends at
8:30 to 1.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Wow. Sandy Tree is awesome.
I know. It's awesome when it's lit up. They have these projectors or big light systems up there.
Oh, is that what lights it up?
There. That lights it up, and they have all around. They have lights that project onto it. And then on the tree itself, they have other lights. So when it's on, it's gorgeous. I don't even know how they do it. All these holes, they all kind of go in sync. They're all
That's
programmed.
amazing.
Yes, with light.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see 1, 2, 3, and there's one over there.
4.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Have you ever seen one of those is it like one of those houses that get timed with the lights and stuff to the music?
Yeah, a little bit. It's more like the Disney Castle.
Yeah.
Except that they don't do all the 3D stuff.
Yeah.
But it almost looks like that.
You can grab this chair.
Just go sit over there.
Yeah, we'll move a chair over. Put my stuff down.
Like the heaviest chairs on earth.
You want to sit over there? Sure, that works.
Well, then do this.
No, that makes sense because the shade's already. Oh, thank you.
Where should we look? Towards Sandy?
Yeah, let me look at Sandy. Perfect. Thanks.
There we go.
So I was reading a lot about you, and I read that you traveled a lot when you were a kid.
Yes.
How come?
My parents did a lot of mission work. So that
No
sent them
kidding.
to India, to South America.
Where were you born?
I was born in Finland. My mom's from Finland.
No kidding.
So I was born there. My dad's from Cincinnati, so I've always had family here.
Oh, okay.
But also a lot of family scattered throughout Europe. Half of my family's over there. So, you know, I've studied over there.
Yeah.
Came back here for a little bit. Never really wanted to do anything up north.
Yeah.
So when I got married in Germany, I kind of wanted to stay there, but then I discovered West Palm Beach.
How did you discover it? How did you end up down
The
here?
company that I was doing some work for was based out here. So I was working from Germany. I had my own little company there. And then, you know, as their workload grew, I came here more and more often. And then at some point I just said, okay, let's move the family over.
Yeah.
My kids were young enough at the time that it really wouldn't, you know, they were just going into school. So, or going into kindergarten. So we moved here, and it's been really awesome.
So that's how you discovered West Palm Beach,
Yes.
just through work?
Mm-hmm.
So what made you decide, were you like a people watcher at heart? How did you start to take note of what,
Sure.
the Clematis had to offer?
I've always been a blogger.
Yeah.
I've always considered myself a blogger. Since I could get on the internet, I was posting stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
So I had a blog that was my personal blog, and I maintained it since like 2003. You know, posting interesting stuff and technology. Really anything I wanted. And then when I came here, it was basically I was kind of working on that a little bit, but I was seeing like a lot of stuff down here. The waterfront was being redone, City Hall was being redone. The whole
because this was back in what 2009.
It was like 2000. I came here in 2006, 2007. So
Okay.
by 2009, all that was being changed, and I was witnessing this, rebirth of this area. You know, and it was clear that there was going to be a lot of different things happening. And the funny thing about it, and this is what I always say, but everyone notices all the big things that happen, but no one notices all the small things.
Oh, that's so true.
So and that's what people are most interested in. And I think that's what I capture, and that's why people enjoy the blog, because I capture small things that no one's talking about.
Right.
And you start out just talking about little things, and then it turns out that people actually go to you for the big things as well, because they know that you're covering all the little things.
That's true.
So, one of the things I did early on is I took a picture of a fire hydrant that got changed to another color. And people loved it. They were like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And then people told stories about the fire hydrant.
What ended up being the story behind the fire hydrant?
I don't know. There was no real story. It's kind of like an episode of Seinfeld. Like,
right. What's the point?
But it's been fun. It really has, and it's taken off in a way that no one could have possibly imagined. And I still just do it day by day. It's always just something fun I'm doing.
Right.
And there's no real point to it, but it's fun. People enjoy it.
Do you find yourself like more? Do you feel like you've learned so much more about where you live now that you're actively pursuing it?
Yeah. I think so. I think I've learned way more than I want to know even.
Really?
When people ask me a question about something, and I give them like a 20-minute long history of everything that's ever been in that space.
Right. That's so funny.
But it's interesting. There's a lot of simple information just disappears. Even with the internet, there's a lot of stuff that just goes away.
It's true.
Funny, like I was trying to find information. I found a matchbox from the bar on Clematis Street, and I was like, "Oh, let me find something about this bar."
Yeah.
Nothing. There's absolutely no information available. And probably if you go
a current bar?
No, a bar that was
old
like
bar?
20, 30 years old. And that kind of information just goes away.
Yeah.
And people remember it. And it goes from like small things to even like games that you used to play as a kid.
Yep.
That now kids aren't playing. No one's going to play those anymore, and it's going to be gone. Like even like the kicking a stick down the street. Sometimes these games are specific to certain blocks in certain cities, and anyone who grew up there knows that game.
Right.
But then a generation passes and that information is gone.
You're right.
So
you're absolutely right.
I'm the guardian of that information.
Oh, that's good. I think Clematis is a great guardian of the life here. Because you're right, a lot of the life here happens in, like I'm just looking around right now, and obviously the podcasters can't see, but we're sitting downtown Clematis near the fountains with the green market behind us, and Sandy the Christmas tree in front of us, and the intercoastal beyond that. And it's just beautiful. And there's so many people walking around. There are lots of kids and people on bikes and, you know, a couple homeless guys I saw. And, you know, it's everybody's here.
Yeah. It's a place for everybody. Even the homeless people have a right to come and look at our beautiful waterfront and the tree and everything that we've got going on here. So,
what has there been anything that you found to be the most surprising about West Palm that you find that people don't really take notice of?
I think there's a lot of small things. I think one of the things that surprised me the most is how people still have this impression of Clematis Street as it was 15 years ago.
How's that?
Well, you know, I wasn't here for that time, but I posted something about Clematis Street, and they're like, oh, is it safe to go down? Will I get mugged? Will I get murdered? I'm like, no, you won't get murdered. You know, please come down and look at our tree.
You'll survive, I promise.
A lot of people who don't come down. There's a lot of people, you know, who live in the suburbs and just do not come down here, you know, because they have, you know, parking's impossible. You know, parking's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
There's lots. There's all kinds of places you can park, and you know, it's just one thing after another. But the reality is that, you know, it's a very cool little urban core. You know, Clematis Street has a lot of small businesses, mom and pop shops. It's not, you know, it's not a mall. It's not, you know, big, you know, box stores. Mm-hmm. But it is a place where, you know, people come, start up businesses, and you know, make money, and you know, it's like a, you know, the little downtown should be. You know, just locals, and it's a really nice place, and that's why I like it.
What are some of your favorite places? What are some of your favorite spots?
I got a lot of favorite spots, and really, you know, it really depends on what mood I'm in. Yesterday I went to Ganache, which is the new bakery that's on on Dixie, just south of Clematis Street. And it's you know, the guy who owns that used to be at the Green Market, you know, cutting open coconuts and drinking out of coconuts, and then he opens his own little bakery.
Oh, nice.
And their food is phenomenal, and they had a little tasting there, and my office is right across from that, so I see everything that's going on there. Yeah. So I stopped in and, you know, bought some little cakes and stuff, and that was awesome. You know, I do like I like Palm Sugar a lot.
What's that?
Palm Sugar is a Asian type of. It's like a Pan-Asian comfort food restaurant. It's on Clematis and Dixie, and it's, you know, again right across from my office. Right. So I eat a lot of lunches there.
That's awesome.
I like you know, I like Grease. I like Roxy's.
Yeah.
Roxy's, you know, was one of the first places that was here on Clematis Street in my era.
Right.
You know, after, you know, we actually lost a lot right before I came. A lot of stuff on the 500 block. But I do enjoy going there. The rooftop bar is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, stuff on the 500 block. I love O'Shea's, you know, Respectables. I don't go to very much anymore because I'm too old to stay that late. But it is really fun. They got some really cool bands there. And then, you know, down here we have a whole, you know, set of new restaurants. Avocado Grill right behind us. Lenora's, and just a lot of really cool new stuff that's fresh and, you know, good ideas. And I think people are understanding, you know, what Clematis Street is, and then, you know, building up to that group. Yeah.
So you keep mentioning your office. What do you do?
I work in a hedge fund technology company.
Okay.
So we do technology that's, you know, focuses on hedge funds,
stocks,
and how they work. Yeah, financial trading. We have some very cool new products that we're working on now. We'll be launching real soon. But, you know, it's aGuyonClematis is, you know, just very different from what I do in my job, which is more, you know, technology, sitting behind the computer focused. So it gives me a way to, you know, go out and talk to people and take pictures of stuff outside.
Does that feed a special part of you? Like, that what you think you'd be missing?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, I probably couldn't be the same person. I couldn't be as energetic at work if I didn't have a way to, you know, to go out and do something else. So I think it helps me on both sides. Yeah.
Well, because the whole point of my podcast is to inspire people to pursue their passions, whether it's, you know, as a full-time thing or as, you know, something they do on the side. But, you know, I think too often people get kind of pigeonholed into, you know, only wanting to do one thing with their life because it maybe is financial security or to make their parents happy or whatever it is. And they never really pursue what they want to do. And so what I find fascinating about your story is you're doing something that keeps you really energized and happy, and I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, I've never, you know, I've always been against the concept that you have to be or do one specific thing.
Right.
And one of the things that, you know, kind of caught my attention, you know, a couple years ago was I was reading this article about how, you know, how they have the 10,000 hours that you need to spend to make something, to be proficient in something.
Right.
And they're like, well, break down your life into segments of 10,000 hours, which is approximately like 10 years, give or take.
Okay.
And you have basically 7 or 8 different lives after, you know, you graduate from college to do different things. So you can be a professional chef for 10 years, and then there's no reason why you can't, you know, change and become a mathematician.
Right.
In 10 years, you can be a proficient mathematician, then you can be a violinist.
Right.
Then you can, you know, and there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do that, or why you have to have one specific thing that you do, you know, for your whole life. So that's the way I am. I think a lot of stuff, you know, kind of just happens. You have to roll with it, you know, good stuff, bad stuff.
Yeah. Change is good. So you said that you've always been a writer?
Well, I wouldn't really call myself a writer. I was never really good at writing, but I find myself writing a lot. Okay. So, and I enjoy it. You know, it's interesting to communicate with people. So, you know, I write a column for Palms West Monthly every month, and that's a magazine that goes out in the Western communities. Okay. And I basically just, you know, give a roundup of what's happening downtown West Palm Beach. I send out an email newsletter on Friday mornings, which basically gives a rundown of what's happening that weekend. So, you know, any kind of events. And I like to focus on small events, like, you know, if someone's doing a party, or if there's going to be some kind of walk, and I want people to join a specific team. It's like stuff that's outside of what you find from the media. And then, so I'll write that, you know, every week, and then, you know, I do a blog entry or 2 a week as well. And then, other than that, it's just taking pictures. And I think being able to take a picture with your phone and upload it to the internet is such a
awesome, isn't it?
Valuable thing that just came out of nowhere, and I think it really changed how, you know, people work. Because, you know, I've been looking here, watching people walk by Sandy, taking pictures. You know those are going on Instagram.
Oh yeah, in Instagram, Facebook,
and,
Twitter.
Facebook,
I mean, people just, and yeah, it's a really easy way to share what's going on around you without just, you know, the 140 characters or whatever it is you're allowed.
And you don't have to be a, you know, you don't have to be a journalist to take a picture of something. Type in a 5-word caption, hit send. Right. Which is essentially what I do. You know. Take a picture. Do you worry a lot about how to compose a tweet, and do you fuss over making it just right before you hit send? I do. Yeah. Sometimes I do, but generally I don't. Yeah. You know, everything is moving. You know, the way I see Twitter and really the internet in general is it's kind of like a party. You know, and it's like a party that's always going on. And you know, when you get into a party, you don't really care about what happened before or what happens after you leave, but you're just there enjoying it. That's kind of how Twitter is. So, like, when I post something, you know, I know everyone's not going to see it. I know it's just going to be the people who are at the party at that time. That's true. So there'll probably be a little segment of my people who see it. You know, if it's something like blatantly wrong, someone will say, "Hey, that's blatantly wrong," and I'll say, "Oops." You know. Even though I did yesterday on my Twitter account, someone liked a picture from a tweet that I'd posted, like, gosh, I know, in May. I was like, wow, this person really went. I'll do that. I'll do that sometimes. I'm just like, I don't know, watching a movie and just flipping through some pictures and I like, and I'm like, that's a picture from 2007. Yeah, I'm a creeper now. And it was the only thing they liked. It wasn't like there was a backwards progression. That was the only thing. Yep. It was so weird. But so how come? So what started first? Twitter or your blog site, or Twitter started first? Twitter started first. And then really, actually, it's funny because I have before I moved here, I had a meetup group in Germany called Web Monday, and basically we got together and talked, and it was really cool there because Germans are awesome. Like, if Germans are people, something they're gonna come. Well, did you hear that it's been now voted the favorite country in the world? Germany? It, like, just surpassed the U.S. Really? Yeah, yeah. It's now the favorite country in the world. Okay. Talk about a comeback. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So when I came here, that's, you know, I wanted to do a Web Monday here because that was really fun. Gets me in touch with all the technology people. So I started that, and that went on for about a year before I even started aGuyonClematis. And so one day, you know, this was like Tumblr had just come out. What had just come out? Tumblr, yeah. And are you on Tumblr? Yeah. Well, not really. No. Okay. So no. I'll still follow you anyway. So aGuyonClematis initially was on Tumblr. Gotcha. So I was going to do you know, everyone talks about how difficult it is to get on, like, to make a website, get on the internet, do all this. It's like so easy. So I made this talk that I was going to give, and the talk was called "How to Obtain World Domination for $12.90." I like it. Which is really all you need to do is you need to get a domain name, you need to get an account on Tumblr, you need to pay the $2 or whatever to connect the two, and then you have a website. You're done. And the website that I used, I was like, okay, I gotta come up with a website. Oh, let's make a website called aGuyonClematis. There you go. And that was that. So it was a Tumblr. And I connected Tumblr to Twitter, And then I was like I was posting to Tumblr and it went out on Twitter.
Right.
And then, you know, the rest is history.
Well, it's great because, like, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, they all, you know, work together. So you can, especially if you start an Instagram, you can post to Instagram and have it shoot out to Tumblr, Facebook, and Twitter, and you're done.
Yep.
You put your mic down, you're done. That's awesome. So how, as you started covering things, right, people have started noticing your account. Has that led to any kind of potential, like, business partnerships, or anyone's asking you to do reviews, or... Because I think I saw something a few months ago that had you, was it judging, like it was a festival, food festival or something like that?
So I judged the, what was it? I did judge something.
It was
I was very serious about what I was judging. I forget what it was I was judging.
It wasn't the seafood festival, was it? No.
Seafood.
I just quickly came across it.
Oh, I know what. No, it wasn't that either. I thought it was the clam bake, but it wasn't that.
No.
I know the city did. They do a citywide chili cook-off. So not this year, but the 2 years before that, I was one of the judges, and that's really
cool.
fun to judge that chili. But I don't remember what that was. But yeah, I mean, those opportunities pop up now and then.
Yeah.
I'm going to be competing next week, actually right now, next week, in a sand sculpting competition.
No kidding.
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
Well, one of my good friends, Norman, he's a sculptor.
Professional. Oh, really?
So I'm gonna pull in the big guns to see if I can recruit him. And
do you get a team, or just to have them
three people?
teach you?
3 people, and then it's all about public voting. So the public has to vote. So you know, if I cheat by getting a professional, and then I call all my friends, maybe I'll win. So, and then the money goes to charity of your choice.
That's awesome. This happens this time.
This is next Green Market. That'll happen.
Oh, okay. And where's it gonna be?
It's gonna be probably right here.
Right here, near the tree.
Near the tree. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, a lot of those types of stuff, happen. I'm not monetizing it at this point, so I enjoy going and stopping by restaurants and talking about what they're doing and blogging.
Right.
But that doesn't mean I won't in the future. I do want this to become self-sustaining, really. And while I'm gainfully employed right now, it is something that's fun. I think the businesses really do benefit a lot from having that kind of exposure and having the ability to get more if they want it. So.
I mean, you're a writer. You've made these connections. You know the scene. It seems like a natural transition to eventually maybe become a reviewer of places or something like that. Is that?
Well, the problem is that I'm too big a fanboy to be a reviewer. Like, I love everything.
Well, not necessarily a reviewer in the sense of like, let me it be negative when when I don't like something, but just. Yeah, it can be. Reviewers can be nothing but positive. That's what if you truly love nothing but positive, then be you. That sounds like it'd be fun. Did you make it out to there's a boat parade coming up, right? Or something like that?
I think that might have been yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Sure.
It was yesterday.
And it always happens like in North Palm Beach, and they go out and they go down by Jupiter. And it's happened the last couple weeks, and I've just never been able to make it out. So.
Do you think you'll ever branch out from being a guy on Clematis and maybe doing other areas?
I tried to recruit some people to be guys in other places, but it turns out that I'm just a little bit more insane than everyone else.
What do you mean?
So, I guess, it just takes a lot of time, really, time commitment to a specific area. A lot of people like to go a bunch of different places, and they're not here every day. I mean, the only reason why I can do this is because I work here, and I have, my coffee shops are basically equidistant on either side of the street from my office, so I get to walk the whole street every day. And that's really what, gives me all the ideas on those little breaks I take to take some pictures.
Do you live close to here, too?
I live about 5 miles south.
Oh, that's really close.
I can bike down. Yeah, I used to live when I started, I lived downtown in one of the condos here. But since then, we've moved.
So you have 2 daughters, right?
12 and 13.
What do they think about what you're doing?
They kind of roll their eyes a little bit. Like, yeah, Dad.
Are they on Twitter yet?
They're on Instagram, both of them.
They are?
But they don't really care about Twitter or Facebook.
And they could care less about what you're doing?
No, not really. But it's funny, one of my youngest daughter's teachers, it kind of all came together. And she's like, Dad, it was so embarrassing the other day. One of the teachers asked if my dad was a guy on Clematis. So that kind of stuff happens.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. So if I were if I were new to Florida and coming to, or just like visiting for a little bit, I've never been here before, what would you say would be the number one place that I would just absolutely have to go?
In the whole of Florida?
Well, in
Clematis Street.
on Clematis.
Oh, that's very difficult to say. I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff that's outside of, what you traditionally consider. So, you can eat almost anywhere, and we have some really great restaurants down here. But I think a lot of what makes, downtown West Palm Beach beautiful is, the natural resources that we have. So we have the visitor centers. They do catamaran cruises. So I'm going to go on a, sunset catamaran cruise. Yeah,
I did. I've done that twice now, I think.
Yeah.
Because, one was for a friend's birthday, and one was for KBJ. Are you familiar with the KBJ show?
Sure.
With their, for a fan event for them.
Yeah, so that's almost one of the really cool ways that you can come down and enjoy the waterfront.
Yeah.
You can, bring your own cooler with a couple drinks and some food and just sit out on the catamaran and watch the world go by. We also have a really good theater right behind us, the DramaWorks Theater.
Yeah.
There's some phenomenal plays if you're into that.
That's not the Quillo.
Yes, that's the Quillo. That shut down about 4 years ago, and that turned into DramaWorks. And then we have Kravis Center as well, which is just a phenomenal that a small town like us has such a valuable resource and such a great venue.
They pull in some really amazing performances.
Just fantastic. We watched Cinderella a couple weeks ago.
I heard it was good.
I was saying that I don't know if I enjoyed it more than my kids, but it was such a phenomenal production. We had a blast.
That's awesome.
And we have the opera, we have Palm Beach Symphony, we have a lot of cultural things. But then, of course, we have a great party scene. What is that place? That Camelot just opened, which is very cool.
Okay.
It's just around the corner.
Is that a club?
Yeah, it's like they call themselves a yacht club.
What does that mean?
So it's kind of like a members only type of deal.
Oh.
But they do open up.
I think I heard about that because I think Virginia, that she got invited to the grand opening, but the line to get in was just ridiculous. And she's just like, I'm done. I think that may have been that.
I was at the grand opening. Yeah, it was a couple months ago, and the line was ridiculous. But I don't stand in lines, so I can't imagine that Virginia stands in lines either.
I was surprised that she did.
The line was ridiculous. It was crazy, and it was nuts inside. But it's awesome now. I mean, now that the big rush in the beginning is come and gone. The nice thing about it is that it's a really relaxed atmosphere for happy hours. So if I want to go with my wife out to a nice, kind of relaxed place for a happy hour, and I don't want to be in just one of the standard places, you can go there. It's quiet, nice music, good crowd, and then you can stay a little later, or you can come back, at night when it's club style of place.
Right.
And it's a lot of fun, a lot of good times. Same with Roxy's Rooftop, one of my other favorite places. If I want to be out late, you can go up there, and it's always happening.
It's a really awesome rooftop bar.
Yeah, it really is. It's always happening. There's going to be another rooftop bar that's going to be opening on Olive. There's an old building. They're totally rehabbing the entire thing, rebuilding the inside.
How do you find out that information? Because that would be something that, I can understand if you knew it, once the signs go up and all this stuff. But it sounds like you're starting to get information ahead of time.
Well, we've known about this project for 3 or 4 years because a lot of the stuff that goes through the city, they have to get the permitting for. And I have a lot of friends who, work with the city, work on the historical preservation department. So, they see these proposals come in front of them, and then we talk about them. Oh, do you see this cool proposal? And then I kind of get a bug to find out what's going on there.
Almost like listening to a police blotter.
Exactly. But you hear a lot of stuff, and it's amazing because a lot of people when they come down here they just assume that everything just happens, And I hear a lot of people who complain about the city, like, oh, why don't they do more? And I'm like, they do exactly what you are recommending they do, but you just don't know about it because you're not involved.
Well, that's true.
So there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the back, behind the scenes. A lot of, everyone really involved in the city does a pretty phenomenal job, trying to promote it. And sure, they can always do more, but it is a really, cool atmosphere, to go in and to look and to see. And if you want to talk to people, always open to talk about, what they're doing and how they can do more. Well, City Hall is on the 400 block, so it's right across from my office, which is also on the 400 block. So it makes it really easy.
Sounds like you have an awesome location.
I am.
From everything you're telling me, I'm like, geez.
I'm right in the middle, and we're gonna get a train station now on the 500 block.
Oh, really?
Yeah, All Aboard Florida is building a train station there.
No kidding.
So like from my office, I can literally walk to the train station about 5 minutes, get on a train, and an hour and 15 minutes later be in Orlando.
No kidding.
So yeah, it's like Clematis Street right now. It's basically
awesome.
the center of West Palm Beach, and it's great because historically this was the first street in West Palm Beach, and they built Palm Beach, and then Flagler needed people, more space for people to live, so they just paved Clematis Street and branched out West Palm Beach from there. And then for a while, after City Place came, the focus went on the City Place.
Right.
Clematis got abandoned, but now it's definitely come back, and people look at Clematis Street as the downtown center of West Palm Beach.
I love it here. I mean, there's literally, no matter what you're interested in, whether it's art, music, the water, just getting drunk at a bar, whatever it is, there's something for you.
If you want to see people dancing on the table
on
Sunday
poles,
morning,
whatever it is, it's true.
Wine dive and go for their brunch.
There's so much here. What have you seen come and go that you miss the most?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. There's a space on the 300 block that used to be a really cool little lunch space. They had the cheesesteak factory, and they had a bunch of different places.
Cheesesteak factory?
It wasn't cheesecake factory. It was a cheesesteak factory.
No, I know. I'm trying to think. I feel like I've seen a cheesesteak factory. It must have been this one a long time ago.
It was a while ago, and that was nice because it was like window on Clematis Street. You could just walk up and get your lunch.
Yeah.
I kind of missed that, but then again,
oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that place.
Yeah, then they had ice cream too. And they've had a couple different things there, and I wish there was like some place like that. I think the lunch scene, I'm busy most of the time, and a lot of times I don't have time to bring something from home.
Right.
So I want something that I can just go and just grab real quick.
Like a window and just
So I like the Cuban sandwiches at Don Ramon's. Those are very good, and they have a 24-hour window there as well. You can just grab something. I mean, there's always plenty of options, but that's one thing that was here and now is not here anymore. Can't think of anything else.
And so one thing I want to recommend for you. I don't know. I'm sure you've heard of it before because you know everything. But it sounds like you would have a lot of fun. It sounds like if you put a team together for this, you would win.
Okay.
It's called Bamboozled. Are you here for that?
I'm not. I've done Bamboozled the last 2 years.
Oh, have you really?
Every time.
No way.
Yes, we lose.
How?
I don't know how we lose. We always feel really good about ourselves. And then there's, I'm just not good at throwing stuff. I'm not good at throwing.
Oh, you get caught up in the games and stuff.
Get caught up in the games, and then but that's such a fun event. I really love it, and it's always for little smiles, right?
Yeah, it's for little smiles, and the former director Josh is the person whose birthday party was on the catamaran that I went to that day. But just to film people in on the podcast, it's Bamboozle is a charity event for little smiles that takes place as a scavenger hunt up and down Clematis, and I did it for the first time this year. And it was neat because you get to notice all those little things. Yeah. I think the one that we found the last that almost drove me crazy was a series of 4 numbers.
Yeah.
And
parking meter, right?
Right. And we were thinking at first, okay, it's the end of a phone number, it's this, it's that, and we were looking everywhere. And then I just happened to catch, the parking meter. And I noticed that too. What is that? It's on the floor. Someone's ID? Library ID? A student ID? Well, Sandra Quirk, if you're listening to me,
I'll tweet it out, I'm sure.
Take a picture and tweet it out. We found your student ID. Too funny. So, do you have any future plans for your for the Twitter account? Well, actually, I wanted to talk to you about Blog Talk. You have something on Blog Talk Radio? I saw something.
I don't think I do.
Googled.
Do I?
I don't know. There's a presence for you on Blog Talk Radio. It almost sounded like a radio show or something that you do. I didn't know what that was.
I don't even know what that is.
No? Okay, well, maybe it wasn't. I
did it 10 years ago.
Or maybe you were a guest or something. I looked at it. I was trying to find more information. And I saw your video that you put together for Happy.
Yes. What did you think?
I loved it. I thought it was so goofy and cute.
That was one of my problems. Maybe it's not a problem. Maybe it's a feature. But one of the things I do is I get it way over my head.
Oh, do you?
Everything I do. So I saw that and I was like, okay, well let's do that.
Yeah.
And I sent out a couple emails. I sent out a couple tweets. I put it on Facebook. Okay, we're all getting together. And before I knew it, I had 60 people. and like no.
Oh, so you weren't just randomly walking up to people and asking them to dance to Happy. Okay, I was wondering.
I did that for a couple of people because I know some people like, there's a lot of friends at the Green Market and I have a lot of friends here, so I was like, I hijacked a couple of people. But yeah, no, I just went. I basically, got this group of people together, and then realized that okay, well, we have one, guy, Neil London, who's a phenomenal downtown videographer. So he volunteered to help shoot it. So I borrowed a camera, and I'm like, okay, I'll help shoot some parts. So we started in the South End at sunrise, and literally we had like 6 different places. We went from there. We came here. We did shoots here with Congresswoman Franco came.
I was going to ask you if that was her. I'm like, I think it was Franco.
Well, it's funny because I was at an event in Palm Beach, and I saw Lois Franco walking by, and I was like, oh yay! I need you to come here. It was like in a week, and she was like, okay, sure.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
She seems really cool.
She brought her mom.
Totally surprised me. But yeah.
It was cool.
That's awesome.
And then the mayor came out, and then we went. There was a Corvette Club event on the 500 block. It was like one day at everything was happening.
Oh my gosh.
So there was a Corvette Club on the 500 block. A group from Palm Beach State College was redoing one of our alleyways. So basically they all came out. It was part of the urban School of Urban Design. And they came out and they cleared out the whole alleyway. They set up little pop-up shops and they had like musicians and artists in the alleyway. So we went there and we filmed a couple shots there. There was like a church right around here who contacted me and said, hey, there's a segment in the original video where they're in church. Why don't you come here?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, absolutely. They didn't have any robes or anything, but we like
No,
that.
and I saw on the projector you had put in your hashtag.
I love WPB on the projector.
That's brilliant.
Anyway, then we ended up on the Catamaran at sundown. So it was like, and then we ended up at Le Rendezvous for like the after party. So like we were there like at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh my gosh.
After filming for like 17 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Exhausted. But it was fun. Whoops. And then we had to put it all together, but it all came together.
That looked like such a fun project.
Yeah.
It was a really cool way to spotlight different places around here. That's awesome. Well, I think that's about it for now. I mean, do you have... Oh, hello, dog. Do you have anything else that you want? Any other spots or upcoming things that you're going to do? What do you have... any other creative project like Happy that you think you're going to do?
After that, I took a bit of a break, which I'm still on. So
that was
new
back
projects.
In what, April
Must
or
have been
May?
early in the year.
Yeah.
But, just follow me on Twitter for sure. Sign up to my newsletter. I send it out once a week.
Yeah, where can everybody
aGuyonClematis. Go to aGuyonClematis and bang around a little bit and you'll find everything. And feel free to, if there's something going on, just letting me know. If you have a team that's walking in a marathon or in a run or, if you're doing an event, just send me an email and, I may not be able to come, but I'll be happy to send out a tweet about it or, let my people know about it.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for being an informational hub for Clematis.
Oh, thank you for interviewing me about my informational hub.
No, it's really cool to watch what you do. So
thank you
so much.
My pleasure.
Aaron Wormus. Oh, actually, would you mind signing off the podcast?
Okay.
It's really easy. You just say, is it Wormus? How do you?
Wormus.
Okay. You just say, this is Aaron Wormus with Curve the Cube.
Okay. This is Aaron Wormus, aGuyonClematis with Curve the Cube.
Yay! High five. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Cool. And actually, I I almost forgot. I have a guest book that what I'm doing is I'm having everyone sign it who's willing, and eventually, once it's all full, it's going to take a while. I'm going to auction it off for charity.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So.
Cool. So what do I write?
Just whatever you want. It's going to eventually. Well, actually, there's only one signature in there right now because I got it right before I did Jay Cashmere's. Nice. Yeah, and then the other 2 since then have been by phone. So. So yeah.
I don't know. I'm under pressure. What do I just put on this page or should I put on that page?
Either one of these pages is cool. No pressure. Just whatever you want. Yay, thank you. This should go up on Monday, so
awesome.
Look for it Monday morning. Cool. Want to take a selfie?
Let's take a selfie.
Let's take a selfie. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. We'll put all this crap away. Yeah, I have a good friend who's from Finland, and so she only speaks, is it Finlandia? Finnish. I always say Finlandia. I don't know why I say that. You're right. I must always have drinking on the brain. Yeah, she always speaks Finnish to her daughter, and then her daughter learns English in school. She's only 2, and then all of her friends speak Spanish to her. So I'm like, geez. That's awesome. She's lucky. Okay, let's go do a selfie. Want to do it here?
I had a request for you. I wanted to see if we could do like a pizza that says happy birthday on it.
Are you the pizza girls? No kidding. I'm Jemmy.
Jennifer.
Longtime fan.
Phoebe.
Nice to meet you. Wow. I'm very well versed in Pizza Girls because I am a huge fan of KBJ.
Oh, yeah?
And I was the girl in charge of their campaign to bring them back on the air. So I hear about you guys.
DJ Nation?
That's right. It worked. So it's awesome to bring
them back up here.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
awesome.
I was just one small part, but it's awesome to meet you guys. I'm like, I'm thinking they're the Pizza Girls. I saw Pizza Girls in the...
Yeah, why aren't you a little more excited to talk to us?
I know, right?
He's like
so
this.
jaded.
Oh, teasing.
We're like yesterday's news to him.
I'm actually, I'm doing, right now, the reason we're here together is I'm recording a podcast. I do a podcast all about South Florida. Yeah, I know. Do you want to sit in this chair?
No, I'm going to sit right here.
It's all about South Florida, and it's encouraging people to pursue their dreams and do what they love for a living. And I'd love to feature you guys sometime. You guys have been on the list for a long time. I just haven't. I have a podcast all about South Florida, and it's like a media, arts, and entertainment podcast, but it's about encouraging people to pursue their passions in life. And so, yeah, I would love to feature you guys. If I can find a card, I'll give you one. Oh my gosh!
I love that you guys are like the.
Where did I put it?
Where do they give the Pizza Girls like My Bad Boyfriend? Is that the one?
Oh yeah. My Bad Boyfriend. They get the
That always like cracks me up. That's like the funniest piece ever.
What are you talking about?
On the KVJ show, they do like the My Bad Boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, all these girls like call in about like how awful their boyfriends, like all the awful things their boyfriends do, and then they get like the best one wins, like Pizza Girls Pizza.
Yeah. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think?
Thank you. I'm so happy I got to meet you.
Exactly what time you're going to be there.
Okay.
I mean, seriously.
And if you have the rest of your
I've been
order,
following his Twitter account for a long time, so I was like, I need you to do the
So
podcast.
he's giving the number again.
Yeah, I did accounting before this.
Did you?
561.
How long has Pizza Girls been around?
19 years.
We have a thing. You just go on our website and you print it by
Buy eight.
What the hell is it? No, that's the pies.
Buy 8 pies,
We have
get one
some
free.
cards like
really?
that too. I just can't keep track
Oh, I
of
don't know how to
everything.
do that.
By
What is
slices,
it?
we have by slice cards.
I
and
don't
by
have that
8
on the
pies
website anymore. I think Steven disabled the website.
We're trying to
The only thing
get a new website.
yeah, and my uncle,
Well, I build websites,
has been
so
handling
if
the
you ever need
website.
a
He
hand.
lives out in Portland.
I do.
And he's like, your website is so old. Why don't you just get a new one? And I was like, well, can you please put our picture back up? He goes, no.
She builds.
What?
You can only have your menu. We have to build a new one. Let's build a new one. What happens if I die? You're never going to be able to get your HTML. So he's nervous. So he's making us.
your website.
Yeah, he hosts the website. So we're going to build a new one on GoDaddy
GoDaddy.
and have it more modern so that we can make updates because he really flipped out on me last time and he locked us out of it. That's all you need is your menu.
Yeah,
Who was this?
My uncle.
There's something to be said about like old websites. I really actually like going and looking at a website that's kind of like older with like basic stuff.
With the counter still on it?
With the counter
A visitor
still on it.
counter on
We
it?
have counters and
Hey, I liked it too.
you know, back in the day, 16 years ago, that was like one of the hottest websites around. Because if you clicked over our face, we went, hi, I'm Phoebe.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Jen.
Hi, I'm Phoebe.
No shit. Hi, I'm Jen. Seriously. So, like, everybody would do that. They call us, hi, I'm Phoebe. Hi, I'm Jen.
oh my gosh, that's so
And
funny.
it's like, wow, we actually talked on our
You
website.
should put that back. Definitely a new website needs to have that. Hover over with the little.
That's so funny.
I
Yeah.
made my website.
Are you, like, really
Did you?
creative?
Nice. I am.
Really, really creative and different. We
Yeah.
like different.
Good. I like to be different too.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped a recorder because that's my habit. I just record until I basically get back in my car, so I don't have.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
I just want to make sure you guys know that, but I don't have to.
I was thinking if I said
edit you guys
anything
out.
incriminating.
What do you mean you recording?
I said stuff
I was
about my
recording a
uncle.
podcast with him when you guys walked up. So I was still.
and we just totally.
No, it's fine. Are you kidding me? You're the pizza girls.
We just
break.
totally came over. Hey!
You're the pizza girls. We were wrapping up.
I'm
Yeah.
just hanging out waiting for Sandra to come pick up her student ID.
Did you send out the tweet?
Yes, that's
Did you
That's so
mug somebody?
funny.
No.
What am I looking for?
I was sitting right over there.
You know what? Someone left one of their wallets or purse in our store for like 6 months.
What?
I Facebook messaged her a couple times and said,
How does
"You
that
left
even?
Oh, you know, I should.
your stuff?" And you know what? She never answered, and I just shredded everything.
Oh yeah. You're actually that makes you a saint if you went through the trouble of shredding everything. Because most people
I
would
have a
just
shredder in
toss
the
it.
office.
Yeah.
One
You know,
time we
it's-
found a wallet with $1,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, listen,
No
this
way.
was on a couple people. That was one of the. I won't mention what linen company it was.
Now that you know you're being recorded.
Yeah, he left a lot. There was a lot of cash in the wallet, and you know, we went through the wallet. We called him up, and he came back, and the guys were pissed off because he didn't even offer them a tip, like for holding him his wallet and keeping all the money.
Well, you
Wow.
shouldn't expect either, but
I know, but you know, oh my
nice
God.
though. You know.
Then Christmas Eve we closed early, and Christmas Day we're closed.
Yeah.
So one year, somebody left the purse Christmas Eve, and I came in the next day for, I don't know, just for something. No one was in the store. Everything was closed, and I start going through the purse. It's from out of town. How am I going to find this person?
Right.
She must be on vacation.
Right,
There's no
right,
hotel
right,
information, and she must be freaking out that her whole ID and person, everything is in here. So I said, I don't know what to do. I'm going to look up the name,
Yeah.
call their phone
Phone line
number
or whatever.
So I did, and I was leaving a long message saying, you know, I'm sure you're on vacation, and just in case you can check your messages, this Pizza Girls, we have your wallet, and this guy is like banging on the door, and I'm like, we're closed.
While
we're
you're on the
closed.
phone, leaving
While
the
I'm
message?
on trying to get in the store, and it's like Christmas Day, we're closed.
kind of being aggressive about it.
Oh boy.
You know, like, I don't know, did he have to go to the bathroom, or did he just want a drink or
Either
something?
way, like,
So
move
fine.
on.
Pizza.
Right? So I hung up,
Christmas Day.
and the guy goes, my wife left her purse here last night.
Oh no way.
I said, I was just leaving you this long message at your house.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And what are the chances of me
Yeah.
being there? That because usually we don't go in on it.
Right. That's so funny.
We
On
did
a
a
screen
promotion
like
with
that.
them where it was our grand
So I'm
opening
a little
promotion, and
Yeah.
it was on
unhappy
Valentine's
because I really
Day, and they
did
did
get
it, and that's kind
business.
of was our first thing that we did with
Yeah.
them. But
I mean, it'll
we've always
just slow it
stayed,
down.
You get like a plug-in
friendly with them,
USB
even when we're not
with
doing
that.
promotions.
Yeah.
Even when they
Yeah.
were down south, we still
But you have to
stay
carry it
friendly
around
with them.
you.
Yeah, they're good people. They're good people.
Yeah.
Definitely. I first
Getting good laptops
met.
is actually really
Was it
challenging
Virginia?
these days.
I'm trying to remember who I met first,
Like, ones
Virginia
that
or
are, you know,
Jason. I
fast
think it was
and then
Virginia.
light at the same time,
Yeah, it was
and
Virginia.
all the
It was
different
actually
things.
through this. I went to
Can
the
you
charity,
put
and she happened
do you
to
have
be
a disc drive in yours or no?
at the kickoff
Yeah, this
doing
one
like a
doesn't either.
speech,
don't
and I
think
totally
any-
fangirled her. And,
Not the white one.
Yeah, definitely not the light
and
one.
then, anyways, we ended
Yeah, I
up
don't
keeping
really-
in
my mom always
touch,
asked me what's the
and
best option.
I was trying to raise
I don't know.
money,
Depends on-
you know, because that's
I mean,
how
if you have a lot of money to spend, then
Lymphoma
you can,
Society
you know,
works.
get
You raise
things
money to pay off not only your training,
versus
then
that's
to
a
raise
really
money for
high-end
charity.
laptop, but if not-
And I was having
Mine was
trouble,
expensive,
and I
but
reached
I got
out
the
to her,
500.
and she showed up to my fundraiser and everything, and was like, that's just the nicest thing ever.
No, was it
And
about
we just have always
1,500?
kept in touch. And then when everything went south
Mine was
in
like
the south,
700, and I got like a
you know, it
Staples
kind of
discount, so I got
bonded
like
us together
600.
closer.
Yeah,
Cause,
no, this was like,
yeah, what a
Tell
turbulent
her,
time.
tell her you
better be
met us.
100%.
I'm going to take a picture. Are you kidding me?
I know, I
I'm
have
so
till
excited.
February 15th.
I've been a fan of the Pizza
Yeah,
Girls.
doing it seriously happy, 'cause, I mean, for that you can buy like
Are you kidding me?
Pro and a good
So
one,
what are you
too,
guys up to
which is-
today?
Like I have a Mac and I love it. It's really really nice. I
I've
still
never used the store.
it's different.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're using QuickBooks,
Yeah,
that kind
I
of
was
stuff, don't know
actually
what
thinking
that-
about
what
coming
that
in
looks
for a
like on
slice
Mac.
anyway, so it's kind of funny.
But for just doing basic stuff, web browsing, I
And
feel
now
like
it's like
a lot
you saw,
faster
so you
and
started
it
really
has much
getting
easier
Oh
to
yeah, my mouth has been watering.
But so useful to have.
Well, that's what we like to do is just
My
kind of walk
PCs
around so
are-
people get, oh,
I can do more work
You
on
should-
that,
you
but
should, like,
the hardware
create
is
a-
by far better.
a
So
pizza
if
smell
you're really into
perfume
Windows,
and
but
just-
want a really solid
Just
piece
like-
of hardware, you can get the
people just get
Mac,
like
and then you can
subliminal
get
pizza girls.
Right, exactly.
you can get
That'd be awesome.
Okay, I gotta run.
We should run.
Sorry we interrupted you.
Oh, no.
It was so much fun. Can I get a picture of you guys
me?
with Sandy
Yeah.
for the internet?
No, for your own private collection, because that ever happens.
I always, it's funny, I started introducing myself like, oh, I'm Aaron from the internet.
Did you really?
I'm aGuyonClematis. Have a slice day.
Oh, I like it. I'll be in there in a few minutes to definitely have a slice day.
You have successfully curved the cube.